The definition of being a feminist is equality. And if you're not a feminist, at this point, then what are you really promoting? I just try to tell my stories in a way that is still lighthearted and fun to listen to. I'm not trying to bash you over the head with what I have to say. I keep my hair curly and natural because I really just wanna show who I am. I think all teenagers feel a lot of things at once. Everything's going crazy in our brain. I first picked up a guitar when I was 10 years old. My parents surprised me with it for my 10th birthday. I started taking lessons when I was 13, but only for a few months. And then I just kept teaching myself. I always get criticized for my clothing because I like wearing jeans and t-shirts. There's nothing wrong with dressing sexy. It's just I don't want to be anything that I'm not. I'm not here to be a fashion icon. I am here to make songs. I'm not a fitness model. I'm just a singer. If people focus on that, that's what I care about. I always told myself that if I was going to be given a voice, I might as well say something worth listening to and not something that's just going to feed people stupidity. I'm not extremely outgoing, but I'm average, I think. When people meet me, they'll say, "Oh, you're not that shy." I never said I was. I see where they're coming from because my biggest single was about being shy at a party. I get it, but it's not 100% accurate. I've never really aspired to the spotlight. I just wanted to do music, which is kind of weird because music comes with that spotlight. As long as each song makes somebody feel something, I think that's the point of it all. I don't want it to just be background music, you know? I feel like my whole life I've had to prove myself to so many people because I'm young and because I'm a female. It's just constant. I'm always surprising people. Singing was something I always did. I really don't remember a time when I wasn't singing, even as a little child. Body image is something that girls struggle with every day, and it's something that I struggle with every day. We all act like we know everything in life, but nobody really does. That's what I want people to realize. For me, I know that I'm the same person. Nothing has changed. My family and friends know that. As a young girl, I'm always going to have to work a bit harder to prove myself. That's just reality. But having to work harder makes me feel like girls are stronger too. Being in the public eye, you're always worried about what angle people are going to take pictures of you at. I don't really care anymore. I like to mimic accents. I don't even know if that's a talent. That's just a weird thing that I do. It's important to show that there's different ways of doing things. Some people like to be glamorous, and that's perfectly fine. And that's amazing. If I were that style, then I would do that. I'd wear heels every day, and I'd strut around in a dress. But that's not me. It took me a while to really believe in myself or feel determined about it. But then, once I realized that it's possible for anyone, and these people who are singers started off very normal, I realized that it was not that hard to do. It's not that I don't care how I look, but I'd rather turn the attention to the music as much as possible. Talent is talent, but fashion is separate, and it shouldn't be used to judge me as a singer. That's all I ever wanted to do. Put out music from the heart that people could relate to. Often as teens we think we know everything, but actually we're just trying to figure life out, and we don't know much at all. As a female and someone who's young, I'm still coming into my own, and I still have struggles. I know how I look. I know what my flaws are. I don't need anybody to tell me that. I think the world is very closed-minded sometimes, and very dated. We need to start opening our minds. People want to create something bigger for themselves, and making up drama that isn't there gives people the impression that they have haters. It's all for attention, so it looks like they are important. Real social situations are taking a back seat to social media. It's good to have a reminder that we can love ourselves and be beautiful even though we don't really fit into certain standards of what beauty may be. I love experimenting with clothes for photo shoots, but when I'm on stage, I want to show people that there are other options. You can just be yourself and still make good music. I think fame is such a scary thing, and it's something I can never understand. It's terrifying, but it's the only way I get to do what I love every day, you know? I'd never make something pointless that I don't believe in. I don't think I could do it if I'm kind of an outsider. It just happened that way, and people responded to it. I would never wear anything because someone told me to. I'd like to shut off all the noise and allow people to be creative without all the judgments and standards that we think we have to follow. I think we all have the right to feel 100% beautiful and 100% confident without pleasing anybody, 'cause we're not here for anybody else. I feel like I'm in my own head a lot. It just feels amazing, but scary, weird, and confusing. Success is when you see something and you say, I want to do that, and then you do it. It's being happy with what you do and doing what you love every day. Once you put songs out, they're not yours anymore. They're everyone else's. When you give your all as an artist, and all people can talk about is what pants you're wearing, it's really frustrating. Maybe I'm not a typical pop star, but I don't think there's a mold for a pop star or singer. You can do whatever you want. There's something so beautiful in a woman who loves her body and is confident. You don't always have to be popular and do things everyone else is doing. Realize that everyone that you think is perfect feels like they're not good enough too. We should just know that we can all create this special, safe place within ourselves that we can feel comfortable in, and that doesn't necessarily have to be with other people. ALESSIA CARA, born July 11, 1996, known professionally as ALESSIA CARA in Mississauga, Ontario, and grew up in Brampton, where she attended Cardinal Ambroise Catholic Secondary School. Her family is from Calabria, Italy. Her father was born in Canada to Italian parents, and her mother is an Italian immigrant. Cara is the second of 4 children. She can speak Italian fluently. As a child, she wrote poetry and performed in theater. Cara is a Canadian singer and songwriter. She began posting covers of songs on YouTube at age 13, after uploading acoustic covers of songs such as Love Yourself and Sweater Weather online. She signed with EP Entertainment and Def Jam Recordings in 2014 and released her debut single, Here, the following year. It peaked at number 19 on the Canadian Hot 100 chart and was a sleeper hit in the US, peaking at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. She began playing guitar at the age of 10 and taught herself how to play various songs. At the age of 13, she began her own YouTube channel, where she posted covers of songs that she performed. She saw Justin Bieber as a career model at the time. Cara's debut studio album, Know It All 2015, peaked at number 8 on the Canadian Albums Chart and at number 9 on the Billboard 200. The album's third single, Scars to Your Beautiful, peaked at number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2016. In 2017, Cara collaborated with DJ and producer Zedd on the single Stay, which is certified 7 times platinum in Canada, and featured alongside Khalid on rapper Logic's song. Cara has received nominations for 4 Grammy Awards, winning the Best New Artist in 2018. She was nominated for Song of the Year and Record of the Year at the 2019 Latin Grammys for her collaboration with Wayne's on Queer Major. Her second studio album, The Pains of Growing to a 1/8, saw the moderate commercial success of the singles Growing Pains and Trust My Lonely. The album won Juno Award for Album of the Year and Juno Award for Pop Album of the Year, while she went on to win Juno Award for Songwriter of the Year. Her third album, In the Meantime 2021, was met with generally positive reviews from critics, and she is currently working on her 4th studio album.